Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make some Rotini salad. And this salad requires a pound box of garden rotini. It's the multicolored pasta. It's shaped like a corkscrew. And in order to cook it, we need to bring a big pot of water to boil. And then we're going to open up the box and pour it in once the water has begun to boil. So I will open the box and gradually pour it in. Then I want to watch it till it returns to boil, and as I watch it I will then stir it and add a little bit of salt to it. First I'm going to wait for it to return to boil. It might overflow. If it does, we have to take out some of the water. While we wait for it to boil, we will be cutting the vegetables. Rotini will take about 9 to 11 minutes to cook, so we have plenty of time to cut up our vegetables. First I'm going to begin with green onions. Now I probably have too much, and you'll see that it's pretty easy to do. I lay them flat, line them up, have already cut off the roots, and have peeled off the outer skin that's a little bit dry, or maybe in my case it's been sitting in the refrigerator a long time, so I took off the rotten part. Anyway, I'm cutting up these green onions, and I'm going to put them in the bowl. I'll put all the vegetables in the bowl at the same time, and then add the rotini to it, and then toss it together. As you can see, I already have a cup of broccoli ready to go. I might add more broccoli to that if I need it. And here I'm just doing it by approximation. I've got about a handful of green onion. Throw it in there, and then I will help it out. There. Then we have the broccoli, and to show you how small I've cut it, pulled it apart by hand, and then I put it in a bowl with the rest. And I'd like a little bit more, so I'm going to show you a little bit what I do. Sometimes I'll cut off the stem end and just take the heads of the broccoli and put them in there too. So that's enough of that. Then I like green or yellow pepper. The peppers actually are pretty sweet if they're yellow or red or orange. So I like that part. And the way to cut up green onion or yellow onion is to take out the inside, cut around that stem, and take out the seeds, and rinse it off. Cut it in strips first. Keep your fingers away from the good sharp knife. And cut the pepper into little diced pieces. And I still have pieces of the other vegetables on here, but I'm going to put that in there as well. And let's add a little color. So here we go. I'm going to cut out the stem first and take out the seeds. Rinse it off in the sink. Cut some of the strips. Cut it into smaller pieces. Now this is curved, so you're going to have to, cut it as you see it in big pieces. Cut this back smaller. Depending on how much you like, you can put in more or less. Okay, now we've got the carrots. Now I've already peeled the carrots, this great peeler, and rinse them off. I'm going to cut off the ends, both ends, and throw them in my garbage disposal. And I'm going to cut it in thin, round pieces. Now, you could take a bag of the baby carrots and do this one by one, but it's really hard to hold them, and you could cut your finger more easily. Now, I said a cup of carrots, but you can add more if you like it, or less. You'll see how much you have, and you can do it by sight. If it looks pretty, that's half of it. So you might want to put in more if you like orange. Remember that when you cook something, a lot of it is presentation. So If it's colorful, my mom taught me, it's probably good for you. When we cooked the noodles, they took about 9 minutes, and then I poured them into a colander in the sink, and so they're ready to go. Now I'm going to cook. I'm going to cut up about a cup of ham, dice it, and put it in the salad. Now, you can add more if you like it. You can also use lunch meat, because sometimes we just have ham lunch meat around, so we cut that up if we have enough to sacrifice for it. Depends on what we like better, the lunch meat or the salad. So, here we go. We've got about a cup of that ready to go, and I'll keep cutting it. I'm cutting it in thickish pieces, so they're about a 1/2 inch cubes or something like that to put in the salad. Then we're going to cut up the cheese after that. So I'll show you. I'm going to measure it in here just to see, and it doesn't have to be real precise, because you know you're making up your own version of the salad that you like. That's what recipes are for varying, because you might like a different amount of some ingredient than what I've actually listed. So we've got a cup of ham. Now we cut up the cheese, and I've washed my hands in between the ham and the cheese to keep from getting anything on the cheese. Then we cut it up into cubes. I'm cutting it about 1/2 inch cubes, similar to the ham. You can cut it bigger or smaller as you like. And I use sharp cheddar just because I like that flavor, and then it stands out a little bit more in the salad when you have the Italian dressing with it. You can use a variation of meat like turkey or chicken or something like that in the salad too if you'd like. Then you might want to change the cheese as well to go with that particular flavor. So I've got about a cup of cheese here, and I like a lot of cheese, so I might add more later to that. Put it in there. Then I'm going to put the noodles in, and then I'm going to add the salad dressing. Now the salad dressing, you might need to add more later, because the noodles tend to soak up the salad dressing. So then I will toss it together with a couple of salad tongs. So I turn it over gently, mix it up with the salad dressing. And it looks pretty already. You can tell the colors make it look very appetizing. And you've got your Rotini salad ready to go for lunch or a side dish for your dinner. Thank you. Enjoy.